Good morning. Welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. I warned you and I told you. We were on the clock and Israel struck Iran with all types of bombs and a highly successful, and I mean really impressive, Mossad operation taking out a lot of the guided missiles, radar installations, and everything else from inside Iran. It was a classic, and this one will go down in textbook history of how to penetrate your enemy's defenses and covert operations. It was really impressive. I watched a lot of videos, read the information, took Iran by complete surprise, and now Israel is under bombardment from Iran ballistic missiles with some success, as expected. Now the question is, where do we go from here? What do you expect to happen? How long will this continue? And how will it affect the United States? Well, as I told you before, gasoline prices have jumped 7% on the crude, which means higher prices, until this is resolved in the Middle East, and believe me, it will not be resolved. Now, the uncertainty here in the United States has gone up another notch. Iran has vowed to hold the United States accountable, and that could mean anywhere from words to actions. The United States has said if we are attacked or any of our personnel is harmed in any way, we will retaliate. I don't know if that will stop Iran from doing that. I believe the Ayatollah is hell-bent on fighting and trying to drag in Russia and China, its so-called allies, into this conflict to give them support so that the Ayatollah and the zealots can stay in power. So far, there has been no movement from the Iranian people, who I believe are still in shock, over the attack or plans to overthrow the government. Today is a very eventful day. And if I were you, I would keep my head on a swivel. Do not attend any parade events or anything else. The reason why I am warning you of this is that Joe Biden's open border has put us in extreme danger because there are known 100 terrorists inside the United States. Today is 250 years of the Army. It's their birthday. They're planning on a parade. And what better time to have backpack bombs, anarchist attacks, protests, plus it's President Trump's birthday, Flag Day. It's all rolled into one for a big event. And there are many lunatics, left-wing lunatics, planning counter demonstrations across the United States. Now, I want you to think about this. There are counter demonstrations against the Army, Trump, and Flag Day by people who hate America. That's how divided we are. And it will continue to be divided as we go forward, as all planned in the scriptures, whether you believe it or not. Lawlessness will prevail across this land. Israel is looking after its citizens the best they can, giving them heads-up warnings with sirens and underground shelters, bunkers, safe houses to protect its civilians from being killed. So they hear the sirens, they grab their go bags or whatever belongings and head down to the community air raid shelter for safety and stay there until they get the all clear. Kind of something like George Orwell's movie, The Time Machine. hear the sirens, people go underground, and then they wait for the all clear. Here in the United States, the government, over generations, has done nothing to provide shelter for we the people, period. There are no active underground bunkers for civilians. For the government officials, they have all kinds of underground bunkers stocked and provided with medical, food, entertainment, all kinds of stuff for up to 2 years should, say, a nuclear attack occur. The government officials and their families all have places to go. You are on your own. I am out here in basically Amish country. Yes, I have neighbors, but it's a very small community, 1,000 people. The only thing I have to worry about is some yoder going off the reservation and do a drive-by shooting in horse and buggy. That's about the extent of my concern. I do not need an underground shelter, but that does not mean I am not prepared. I have a go bag, 3-day go bag, fully stocked, ready to go by the front door. I have get-home bags in each of my vehicles. I have self-defense weapons with resupply on said self-defense weapons. I have destination marked on the maps. I'm in Ohio. And I have routes to get to any direction there is safety. If you are in New York, Chicago, Cleveland, Columbus, San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, LA, you are not safe. And you should know that by now by watching those videos of the lunatics supported by taxpayer funds under the non-government organizations, NGOs, that are hiding behind community service but are really a screen for anarchists. Get out of the cities, relocate. There is land available out here in Amish country. So that way you can say, okay, fine, we're going to start a new life. I can work from home or find another job. We can learn to grow our own food, breathe clean air, not have to leave 2 hours early to go to work because of the traffic, and my job is 15 miles away and it takes me an hour and a half to get there. You can learn to grow your own food, relax, and enjoy life. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to Erie Shores Prepping. Greg out.